What's up? It's Susie from Hey Grill Hey, and this is Griddle 101. Today I'm walking you through my top 10 tips for managing, maintaining, and cooking on the griddle in your backyard. So let's get into it. Tip number 1 is know your griddle. In the same way you have a favorite burner on your stovetop, inside, you have to spend a little bit of time with your griddle to get to know your favorite zones, your favorite heat levels, and your favorite style of cooking. Tip number 2 goes along with tip number 1. It's combating uneven heat. Now, most backyard griddles are designed to produce nice, even heat across the top. Unfortunately, most of them aren't perfect, nor are they exact. Run a quick test. I call it the English muffin test. You've seen this on smokers or grills. They're using biscuits. I like to use either toast or English muffins. Heat up your griddle over medium heat, spread out those English muffins, cut side down, and let them all heat for the same amount of time. When you flip them over, you'll see by the toast level on your muffins where the hot zones are in your grill. You can't always combat them, but you can work around them, and you'll know that on medium heat or high heat, certain areas of your grill have higher temperature than others. Number 3, seasoning is key. No matter the type of griddle you have, making sure that it's evenly seasoned with a nice coating of high heat cooking oil will make sure that it is non-stick and have a really beautiful clean surface for you to work on. My favorite oils for maintaining the seasoning on my grill would be avocado oil or vegetable oil, a nice thin coating on the high heat of a clean griddle top. Wait till it starts to smoke, wipe off the excess. You're ready to go for next time. A good seasoning is the base for number 4, preventing rust and corrosion. A lot of the griddle tops that are steel based are prone to rust. So keeping them covered, keeping them out of the elements. Some griddles like my Camp Chef come with a cover to help keep moisture off the griddle top. That really is key. So make sure there's no extra liquid or anything wet on your griddle when you go to store it. Tip number 6, use the heat to clean your grill. When you're done cooking, your griddle top will still be nice and warm. At that point, scrape it down. Get off any excess food or debris from your griddle top, and then squirt it down with a little bit of water. That water will steam. It will release anything that's cooked on or left over. You can wipe it down, a little bit more oil with your seasoning, and you're good to go for the next time you cook. This leads into tip number 6. A lot of people, after they've been using their griddle for a while, notice that it's starting to smoke when they fire it up or they get it to high temperatures. That generally means that you have some cooked on gunk or residue that is causing that smoke and some unpleasant flavors on the food that you're making. That means it's time for you to strip your grill down and re-season. We generally avoid using soap because we don't want to break down the seasoning, but when it's built up too far and it hasn't been cleaned, that smoke can be pretty nasty. So I will use degreasing soap to break down any of that built up gunk. Make sure you manually scrub really well. Chainmail is great, or a really stiff bristled brush. Break up anything that's on your grill top and then re-season. Tip number 7, use pans on your cooktop. A lot of people think that you can only cook things if they cook flat, but that is not true. You can use your griddle top essentially as a heating element. Put your pans on top. I like to use cast iron. If you're doing something like breakfast, this is a great way to heat your syrup or make oatmeal or make sauces on the side. Use the heating element, use a pan, you're good to go. I love that it makes griddle cooking that much more versatile. That versatility leads us into number 8. We use our griddle for cooking a wide variety of foods. Today we're sticking with a simple breakfast, but we also love to use these for things like Philly cheesesteak, stir fry, backyard hibachi. We've done al pastor, tacos on the griddle top, a ton of quesadillas at once, chilaquiles. I mean, the options really are limitless, and I feel like once you start thinking outside the box on what you can cook on your griddle top, you'll start to use it a lot more often. Number 9 is a cautionary tale, and that is your fuel source. One of the most irritating things that can happen is running out of fuel mid-cook. So make sure you check your fuel levels before you start, and if you can, invest in a backup propane tank. These griddles can burn through propane pretty quickly, so having a backup makes sure that you're never left out in the cold and finishing your dinner, on your oven inside. Number 10 on my list of griddle tidbits you need to know is keep an eye out for accessories. Every griddle company has a bagillion accessories that they want you to buy so that you can use your griddle for more things. And I think if you're a griddle aficionado, that's awesome. But if you're just starting out, there are a couple things that I really do think are worth the money to pick up and have on hand. The must-haves include these little squirt bottles, one for oil, one for water, a flat spatula, metal, that is thin on the side so that you can slide it under, flip, and a putty knife for cleaning. Nice to haves, but not necessary. A burger press for smash burgers. This little pancake doohickey for anything with a batter that you want to put down on your grill. It makes it so fast and easy to distribute. And a steamer lid. If you want to do something like vegetables that you want to get a little extra steam on, some water underneath, steamer pan down, it creates a perfect little steam chamber. So there you have it, my top 10 tips for better backyard griddling. If you are a griddle expert and you've been doing this for years, share your knowledge in the comments section below. If you are a backyard barbecue beginner, welcome, you have found the right place. I'm all about teaching you to make better barbecue in your backyard so you can feed the people you love and become a backyard barbecue hero. See you next time.